Well, Alex Murdaugh was found to be guilty of all charges related to the death of his wife, Maggie, and son, Paul, or as Alex decided to start calling him during the trial, Paul. Just some of that southern charm. They only deliberated for 3 hours before they reached the final decision. Came out, declared him guilty. Everybody was silent. There was no applause. There were no gasps. The evidence was very clear that he had contrived a scene where he could kill his wife and his son. Brutally shot his son through the top of his head, brains out everywhere, and his wife multiple shots, including in her head. Just so gruesome. I just can't imagine. The person at the far left is Buster, the only surviving son. He is becoming a lawyer, take over the family business. The father and grandfather were long-standing lawyers since the for a long time in the area, had a great reputation for winning lawsuits, civil lawsuits, mainly against railroads. So they were getting big money from these legal cases, but that wasn't enough. Mr. Murdaugh started using drugs. He was using OxyContin and who knows what else, but he admitted to that one. And during the case, they were trying to say that he was taking over 100 pills a day. I don't believe that. I believe he was selling drugs in the community, that he was fencing the drugs. The people in the community said that he always had a lot of alcohol at his home for the friends of his children. When they would come over, the kids could get drunk. And you know, when you get kids drunk, it's very easy to get them hooked on drugs. So I believe that a lot of those kids were also using drugs that were supplied by Mr. Murdaugh. I believe that his wife might have even been involved in it because they used a lot of money. They were spending lots and lots of money. And so another get-rich scheme probably would have been something they would have done in order to pad the family budget. If I got another picture here. This is him when he was lying. He lied for months about the scene, what happened on the day of the murder. Now you know that in order to catch a murderer, it's usually within the first few days of the incident that they can get enough information about the crime so that they can narrow in on the murder. Well, he lied for months, and he only told the truth when he was shown a film which showed him at the murder scene moments before the murders occurred. That circled area is where his son laid half in, half out of the building with a gunshot wound to his head. So he's guilty. He'll spend around 30 years, but he has about 90 other cases going. He'll never get out of jail because he has admitted to many of the crimes that he'll be facing in the future. And so he'll either be in jail for those crimes or for distributing drugs or for the murders. And who knows what else he's facing crimes for. Stealing from his company, all kinds of things. So Mr. Murdaugh will never really be freed. They say they want, that's Buster, one of the sons. That's one of the state, I think it's state attorney general or somebody like that. So, uh, they say they're going to appeal this case, but it might be a waste of money to appeal the case because there's so much evidence against him, and he has so many cases in front of him. He's going to need money for all of these other cases. So I don't know whether people are going to defend him for free, but he's admitted to a lot of the crimes, so I don't know how it's going to go for him. But I see him just in jail for the rest of his life, regardless of some miracle could get him out of this murder case. But he has been convicted. He will be sentenced in a couple of days, and I think that was the proper verdict. So what do you think? Please like and subscribe.